Welcome again. Today, I'm going to share with you how to respond when your wife says, I need more space. And she proceeds to either move out of the house, go to her friends, or move to the basement, or move to another room, to the guest room, or she just disconnects, or even as bad as maybe she says, it's all over. What do we do? I will be sharing with you what to do and how to recover your marriage should this happen to you. And I want to give you the assurance that there are many, many ways to turn things around in your marriage. And it all starts from a change of mindset, a simple change of mindset, and you will be able to get your wife to come back and have that look in her eyes of respect and love for you again. Yes, maybe you messed up. Maybe things have been really rough in the last couple of years, but we can get it back to the place where she looks up to you and she loves you and she wants to spend the rest of her life with you. My name is Adeso Banjo. If you're meeting me for the very first time, I love to help people, especially men who are successful in other areas of their lives, successful in their business, successful in their community. Maybe you are a political person, you are a minister of the gospel, you are a doctor, an engineer, professional, whatever way you are, in any way you are successful, and you find that when it comes to marriage you are struggling and you love the Lord, then I'm here to help you turn that around in 90 days or less. I believe that when you change your mindset and apply certain skills consistently for 90 days, most marriages can be turned around. Most marriages can be turned around in 90 days or less. And I would like to help you do that. All right, so let's get to the discussion for today. She needs space. What do you do? How do you win her back? Now, I like to discuss this usually as if I'm with you in a coffee shop and we are just discussing heart to heart, brother to brother. And yes, I will be truthful with you. I may say things that are very true and may not be as easy to digest, not because I want to talk down on you, but because I want to challenge you. So be aware. So now, first thing I want you to say, to take note is that when your wife says she needs some space, there's a reason why. And as soon as you hear that, as a man, there's so many feelings that you will have, and it's natural to have those feelings, and you may not know how to handle those feelings. And most men, most of us, when this happens is we get into the fix-it mode. We get into the fix-it mode and we try to fix the problem. Sometimes you already knew that the problem was there, but you were postponing it. You're thinking that, you know what, I can get to it later. She's just being melodramatic like it usually is. She's going to get over this season. And then she says, I just want to move out. And many times we just wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to fix this. Now, please do not do that. If you have done it, we'll fix it. But stop it. Stop doing that. Stop trying to fix the problem in the marriage overnight. Because when you try to fix a problem just because your wife has said she's moving out, you trigger something in her that says, my moving out is why he is doing these things now. And when I get back home, if I do go back, he's going to abandon stuff again and we're going to go back into the same place. So you don't want to rush into trying to fix things. That's not the best way to do this. You may find yourself trying to beg her to stay. Don't do that either, because there's a problem that she has identified and we need to fix that before you say she should stay. Don't try to get angry. Now, you feel anger, yes, and that's where we start from. We have to deal with the negatives that you feel. Don't ignore those negatives. Don't try to suppress them, which is what sometimes some will do. You try to suppress the anger and just say, you know what, just let's try to fix this. And when she insists that she's not, Some people would explode and really get mad at her and say, what is this? This is not fair. What's wrong with you? You're always threatening me. Yes, if you've done that in the past, well, it's done. But stop it right away. Now, some would say, okay, I know that she's mad and I know that she's very connected with the pastor's wife, someone of an authority figure, or she's very close to her parents, her mom or her dad. I'm going to just tell them so that they can see that this marriage is going down. And the reason why you do all of this is because you're afraid. You're afraid that, you know what, all these things, all this marriage that you've invested so much into for the past 5 years, 6 years, I've seen 17 years, 18 years. Yes, you're wondering, is this all going down the drain? That's why you go in the panic mode and you try to fix it. Yes, it's normal to be scared, but do not try to fix it, because each time you do that, you're sending the wrong signal and you're prolonging the time. The reason why I said we can turn things around in 90 days or less is because when you follow the right mindset, you can change things faster. You may be tempted also to say, you know what, yes, let's go and see a counselor. Usually, when a wife says she's moving out or she needs space, she would have been going after you to see a counselor. This is not the time to say, now let's go see a counselor. No. This is not the time to do any of those things. Anything that you sense that you're going to do to make the problem get solved overnight, do not do it. Don't also say, I'm going to completely disconnect from you so that you can miss me. Don't do that either, because you are married and you are a man of God. So there are things that you can do when you are dating. These things are the same things you cannot do when you're married. So put all that aside and let's focus on what you should do. What's that mindset shift that you need to have so that the marriage can be restored and of course, your wife can come back and work with you to change the marriage? The first mindset shift that you must have is this: love must be freely given. What does that mean? It means that when you love because you chose to love. And when your wife is going to choose to stay with you, she must choose it. You cannot encourage it. You cannot force it. It has to come from the heart. And if she has given it to you freely before, she can give it to you again. So have that mindset. The reason why she's right now feeling like she needs space is because she's confused. Why? She has made all the effort that she knows how to, not all the effort possible, and it's not working. So it's confusing. She's frustrated that why are we not able to work? Why can't we be the way I dream us to be? Now, that dream that she has may not be realistic. I get that. It may not be realistic. And the problems that she thinks she's trying to solve may not be the real problem. We are correct on all that ground. But one thing that you can be sure of is that she believes that she has done everything she can and it's not working. She may not blame you, but many times she blames you. Second thing is that she is feeling stressed in the marriage. In other words, she believes that being away from you may be better than staying with you. She believes that spending time with you, expressing her heart, is not helping the situation, rather it's making it worse. And so she's changing her behavior in order to accommodate you. She's changing the way she naturally reacts to stuff in order to accommodate you. And over time, she's beginning to feel as if she's losing her joy, losing her peace, and losing her personality. And when a person is in that space, they begin to wonder, this is too much to pay. This price is too much to pay for a peaceful marriage. And I will gladly pay, she may say, I will gladly pay this price if only I can determine that the marriage will be great. Now, if she says, I need space, she has not yet determined to leave you permanently. And sometimes that may be the feelings that you have. You may have a feeling of guilt that, you know what, I should have taken care of stuff. I should have stopped doing what I was doing to really notice that this woman is suffering, struggling, and experiencing some difficulties in the marriage. Maybe that's how you're feeling right now. Good thing is you are in the right space and listening to the right message and watching the right video, right? So once you take away all the things that you are tempted to do to change the situation right away, This is what you need to do now. You want to remove all the negatives from your heart, all the negative feelings that you have. Every negative feeling that you have, you release them. Why? So that you can be filled with God's love. So the mindset shift is the beginning of the transformation. Look, love must be freely given, and I must receive love myself to give it. And in order to receive love, I must release the negative feelings in my heart. If you're able to do that, you learn how to release those negative feelings. There are exercises that you need to do. Of course, it involves changing your way of looking at things and not judging. It involves releasing people from your heart through forgiveness, not necessarily forgiving her. There are many people that carry a lot of baggage of unforgiveness into the marriage, and it affects the marriage. You would be surprised how much the things that others have done to you in many years affect your marriage. Right. Once you have released those negatives, then you are in the right space to begin the process of letting her know what's going on. Now, before you go to do all of this, because this takes time, you've already communicated to her that, you know what, I can imagine how you feel, so much so that you want some space. I respect your thoughts. I respect your decision. I wish we didn't have to go this far before we start to work on things. I want to work on myself and be the man that God designed me to be for you. Love is the best thing that you can have on earth. In fact, whenever I'm in the zone of just meditating on love, I said, this is the taste of heaven. Love is God's taste of heaven when it's done right, and it is a taste of hell when it is not done right. It is horrible when it is not done right. So it is worth investing all your time and energy in getting to know how to love like God, love like Jesus. And I'm willing to coach you, to train you to do that. Why do I do all of this? I love to see God's kingdom built. I'm a pastor. I love to see more people in the kingdom of God. And I discovered that when people learn to love properly, they are able to be more effective and impactful in reaching others. But first, reaching their own children. I believe every child of a believer should grow up in the best atmosphere ever, but it's not so, sadly. This is why I devote enough time in my life to this. If you watch my videos and you practice what is there, you will be thoroughly blessed, and more importantly, your children will be blessed and their children, and that's what gives me great joy. I will keep doing this as long as I know that it will help you and to help those children who do not even know how they got here. Yes, so may the Lord bless you and keep you. Continue to love like Jesus and make an impact.